Alrighty. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders, and welcome to this live trading session here with the FX Big Dog. We're going to take a look at NQ this morning. We're going to look at some Forex setups, take a look at some crypto, and then, of course, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the setups that we currently are seeing in our Smart Entry AI bot, as well as our ATM model as well. We're going to go ahead and take a look at everything this morning. Check it out. We'll also take a look at gold. I know there's a lot of gold traders out there as well. We'll take a look at gold and see what the opportunity presents on gold. Now, traders, we got some giveaways this morning. Free 25K funded accounts sponsored by DNA Funded. So let's get the show going. I'll see you right after this. Alrighty, traders. Well, welcome back to the live trading session this morning. We're going to go ahead and take a look, see what's going on with the market and what is shaking and baking this morning. And we're looking at NQ right now, and we just had the markets opened up here at 9:30, so we're right on the number. If I look at the 4-hour time frame, we notice that we have price sitting inside this range at the moment right now. And we did go ahead and see a buy-side sweep here. I'm going to go ahead and mark it off as inducement because that is exactly what it is. As price, go ahead and mark it off over here. There we go. As price swept the high but never reversed, there was a lot of buyers coming into the market. Price moved down. Now we have this liquidity sweep down here below. And that's really what I'm seeing it as. So this is going to set up with a nice reversal, I believe. And we're going to see NQ moving back up north here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at a little bit more of a deeper look on this as well. I'm going to go ahead and scroll out a little bit. And the reason why I'm doing this, actually, in fact, you traders, I'm going to go to the weekly time frame here. Just bring up the weekly here, because as price pushes down lower, we always got to look on the left-hand side here to see why price is moving down, because there are 4 reasons why price moves, right? Number 1 is that hunts for liquidity. Number 2, we're generating liquidity. Number 3, we're rebalancing equilibrium, or we are going to rebalance insufficiency. So because of those 4 reasons, you have to look at the reason why price is moving to these levels, right? And so as I go to let's go ahead and pull up the daily here. If I pull up the daily here, you can see that we have taken out some sell side right here. I'm going to mark that off, sell side. We've swept some sell side right there. Here we see some additional sell side sitting over here. And we see additional sell side sitting down here. I'm going to mark off these 2 levels right here. Now, given the fact that if you look over here, we've been in this big upward trend right here. This is just seen as a corrective move. So we've seen a correction move in the market at the moment right now. And what we really want to do is we want to see how the market reacts at these levels. Now, there's something else that's also important here. All right. As we look at the market here, we notice that price moves up, comes back down, takes out the high, and then rallies up north. So this area here, in fact, this area right here becomes an order block. We have an order block sitting over here as well. All right. And so the market's currently trading inside this order block right here. I'm going to mark it off just because this becomes a point of interest here for me to pay attention to. And there it is. So this becomes an important area because this is where price can go ahead and turn around and head back up north as well. So again, definitely in an area of demand here, looking for a market move up. Now, traders, we're really only scalping the market, right, in the intraday. We're not really looking for those long-term moves. So what's important for us is to be able to have a plan, an action plan of exactly how to be able to look for these short scalps in the market. So I'm going to go to my 2-minute time frame. And so what we teach here at Traders Network Club is that the market creates these AMD setups: accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. All right. And this is part of our ATM model. You'll see we have actually what we call our modified ATM right here. And our modified ATM, and let's go ahead and set it up right here, is basically looking at this morning range. We already had a sweep over here, but the trading hour started right here. This is where we started looking for setups. So although, and this is very important to note here, although the market did go ahead and break out of this area right here, break above this this fair value gap here, it was not something that we're interested in yet because we want the market to open up first. So we've got an opening over here. We have now another sweep of the low, the morning low. All right, we're going to mark that off. And we're going to see if price is going to push back up again. Let's see if this is just a push. Now, traders, I want to go ahead and make sure that everyone understands that this could be a liquidity run as well, which looks like it could be. And if that's a liquidity run, then we may end up looking for a further downside move, which means that we're only going to enter if the market's going to correct itself, right? If the market's not going to correct itself and then turn around and head back down south, we're not interested in this trade, right? So there are certain criterias that have to line up in order for us to even want to participate in this setup. I've got to get my little writing tool here set up here, but it's not working this morning, so it is what it is. All right, never mind. All right, so we'll keep an eye on this and see how this works. Now, traders, while I'm waiting for this, I can already see that the opportunity right here with regards to the ATM model is going to take a little bit longer. Now, there is another option here, and that is that I can go to the 5-minute time frame, and here is the 5-minute year. On the 5-minute, this is actually trading the 5-minute range. And I'll mark off the high and the low of that area. And why this becomes important is if price trades below this area, then a retest of that area would be an entry point to go ahead and enter. So I've got to wait for this candle right here to close out, which is going to be in the next 4 minutes. When this candle closes out, oh, hang on, my bad. Oh, traders, wait, my bad. Hold on a second here. I've got the wrong candle here. 5. No, it is the right candle. All right, for a moment I thought I had the wrong candle. Okay, cool. So I'm going to wait for this, wait for the market to break out of here. And if it breaks out, we can go ahead and trade the breakout. So this will be my breakout trade for the morning if it does occur. But if it doesn't, then I'll be paying attention to my 2-minute time frame right here. And look at to see if the market's going to invert above this fair value gap right here. Now, what's important, traders, is you take a look at our ATM model right here. You can see everything is listed here. You can see I'm actually scalping for 65 ticks in the market right here. But also at the same time, I'm looking at my margin, my range, high and low. And it looks like we've got about 3 wide. By the way, I think it was on Monday, we had a 3,500 tick range that was traded. But here we go. You can see here we got about, we just opened up right now. Now, I like this setup right here. And this is worth taking a shot at it. And we're going to go into some details of this. I like this because this is a railway track setting up over here. Now, although the market did not break above that fair value gap here, I do like this setup for the market to go ahead and move back up. So it gives us a scalping setup. Now, I only would like to enter on a corrective move. And if you look over here, we did have a little bit of a bearish retracement in that move. But if we get the market to go back down and maybe retest this area right here, it may be worth taking on a trade right here and then putting stop losses down below here. Now, everyone's got different type of trading account sizes. So whatever your trading account size is, make sure you apply good risk management to your trades. And again, traders, I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to funded trading accounts, you have two options in it. Either you want to go ahead and, well, actually, you got three options. You could either go ahead and chase after a one and done trade, which means that you basically put in all your eggs into one trade, looking for that holy grail trade, and trading that, looking for your 300 ticks in the market to be able to pass your evaluation. Or you're slowly cutting that 300 ticks out into, let's say, 4 trades, and you're scalping 4 trades. And so you're looking for around about 75 ticks per run to be able to, close out with a past funded account. So I can drop this down to about 75. So profit taking 75 ticks right here. And if I did that, then it means that in 4 trades, I should be able to pass my valuation, right? So you work out your contract sizes, and in 4 trades, you should be able to pass your valuation. Now, you see how the market rejected this level? This is actually a sell opportunity here. So I'm going to sell it. And if the market trades above this fair value gap here, then we could go ahead and do something else. So I'm going to sell this one for 75 ticks. There it is. Oh, that was quick. Stop losses probably above this fair value gap here. I would probably want to put it a little bit higher up here to around about this area. And the reason why you see here? The reason why I said I was going to put it over here, because I want to see if the market's going to go ahead and confirm a buy entry point here. You see how it's flashing? See how our system's flashing already? Because it's trying to break above that fair value gap. So every time the market moves slightly above that, we're going to get a signal here. And I might have to go ahead and reverse. You see there? Now we've got about 47 seconds left before it confirms. And if it doesn't confirm yet, it disappears because it hasn't confirmed yet. So because it hasn't confirmed yet, I'm going to take this ride right here. Let's make some profit on the downside here. And we should be popping out soon. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close out this trade here. Let's see here. Got 9 seconds left. No, I'm going to hold on to it a little bit longer. Just because that indecision candle right there at that fair value gap, we should be able to take out the low right here and take a profit on this trade. I'm gonna go ahead. If the market's just hovering there, I'm just gonna go ahead and close out. But I think I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna put this over here to the left-hand side in case I want to do an early exit. And again, traders, I'm looking for that 75 ticks. The 4 trades of 75 ticks. This will be our first one right here. If we hit a take profit here. And it is with that indecision candle here at the fair value gap here, we should be popping out. There we go. There we go. Boom. All right, we're out. All right, we're out. Okay, so it did go ahead and close out and take us out of that trade. Now, traders, it does look like the market's still going to be in a bearish run unless we trade above this area right about here. All right. If we trade above this area, then we're heading back up to this area. So again, if you look over here, we got another 300 ticks. There's your evaluation. If we move 300 ticks up, we're actually going to take profit this morning with 300 ticks right here. So again, if we are tracing after a 300 ticks, and the reason why I'm bringing up 300 ticks, because let's just use an example of a 50K account. With a 50K account, trading 20 contracts, chasing after 300 ticks, will give you 6,000. Will give you $6,000. All right, or $1,500, and that is what you need to pass your evaluation. Now, again, 75 ticks at a time, 4 trades, 4 scalp trades, you pass your valuation. It doesn't have to be in one sweep, because not all the time do we have the market just moving in one direction for us, right? Sometimes it takes its time to get to that point. Now, my ATM model has not triggered or needs not confirmed a trade yet. It's still looking for a trade setup right here. It's watching this fair value gap to see if we break above that, and it wants to put a buy in. And I'm going to watch it, because if we do break above here, we're heading towards the external. And if I look over here, traders, if we break above here, just to this high, we've got 191 ticks. So we should be able to make that to that area there. Now, it does take a little bit of patience to wait for the setup to develop. But once the setup develops, we should be good to go. All right, let me just go ahead and reverse this right here. Just give me 1 second here. All right, so how do we all right, there we go. All right. Okay, so here you can see we got about 19 seconds left. I'm going to get ready for a buy. And traders, I'm going to put my stop loss below this low right here, below this area. I'm just going to go chase after my 65 ticks right here. And we are good to go. There we go. That's a confirmation right there. We're going to buy. You can see here, I've got a signal already popping up here. There's my confirmation to buy. And I put my take profit up here at the top. There's my next take profit right there. Now I can move this up a little bit here, but also traders, because the market has broken above this fair value gap, I can actually go ahead and chase after a little bit more on this trade all the way up here to the top. So here is a possibility for us to move to all the way up here. And there you can see, I've just got, you can see how it says they're profit taking. That means I've hit my 65 tick profit based on the system. So the system's actually gone in and out and closed out with a take profit of 65 ticks. But I've moved my profit area right here. And I can see here, I'm up so far. I'm going to go ahead and move this to the left here in case I want to take some early profit on this. And the reason why you see this previous low candle here, it's creating that fair value gap here, and it is holding. So I want to see the market. I do want to see price breaking through this high right here by the end of this closed candle. We've got 26 seconds left. And then it should be able to push towards this area right here. And if it doesn't, I might just close out. I think I'm going to close out if this thing doesn't. I need to see expansion move through that fair value gap. All right, traders, I'm going to take my profit on this. And the reason why I'm taking my profit, because it never broke and expanded past that fair value gap here. But it was good. It was a good trade overall. Not too unhappy with that. We did close above that, but I want to see that fair value gap break. Now, I'm going to watch this right here, because what could end up happening here is we could come back into a deeper correction move before price goes ahead and moves back up north. Now, if the market's stalling here, I might go ahead and re-enter. So I'm going to watch my. It's about 1 minute and 17 seconds left. You see here, another trade is starting to develop. Notice that we took profit on our first trade based on our ATM model right here, 65 ticks profit. And it's actually setting up the next trade. There it is there. Next trade is set up. Well, at least it's trying to get in. If we break above this fair value gap, this fair value gap is going to be important right here. We've got about 51 seconds left. Another quick scalp trade. And traders, this is going to be our draw of liquidity up here at the top, our external of the range. Now, traders, if you want to get involved while we're waiting for that trade to set up, if you guys want to get involved, you can see here on the top there's a QR code, and it says they take a ride. If you want to jump in and get access to everything we do, Forex, futures, education, all that good stuff, get our automation, smart entry AA bot, get access to the Forex smart entry AA bot, our jackpot trades. We're going to show you exactly what it's doing right now. It's doing absolutely fantastic. ATM model is helping traders be able to execute trades with confidence. You get access to our ATM model right here through TradingView. All of this stuff, and of course, you can have this automated as well. It can automatically place trades for you, like mine is currently doing right here. You can see right here, if I go to the system, you can see the trades. These are the trades that are currently being fired by the automation. So full automated right here. Now, let's take a look here. You see how the markets, if the market breaks below here, I want to sell. But if it trades above here and respects that level, I'm probably going to go ahead and buy again. Now, remember, I'm scalping just these setups right here. We've got about a minute and 10 seconds left. Prices come back to retest this area. And it's most likely want to sweep the low. Let me go to my five-minute time frame right here. And you can see, traders, why this fair value gap is so important. Because that fair value gap is actually creating a 5-minute fair value gap, not just a 2-minute. And so this is why it was so strong and why it was important to break through that area. And you can see here, price has rejected. In fact, if I'd noticed this a few minutes ago, I would have actually sold based on the fact that the 5-minute has rejected that level. All right, so it looks like we got stopped out on that trade. Let's go to the 2-minute. Traders, we're heading further down south. Going to look to see if we can get price to move back up here to this area. Now, remember, all I'm looking for is okay, so we closed out bearish, so now it becomes a bearish. You see the automation says below the morning range, so we should look for some short trades, short positions. Let's see if we come back to retest this area, and then we can sell here for another 65 tick or 75 tick target. Or maybe this should be maybe we should be at the end of the road on this one right here. So we've already closed out $3,375 on that. And traders, we will everyone that signs up for that take a ride will go through an onboarding. We'll walk you through the steps of exactly how to get funded, where to go ahead and sign up, how to be able to get all the indicators and the charts. We'll give you access to all of that stuff and trade replicators. So if any of you, if you have any live trading accounts, you want to connect to a trade signal, we can go ahead and get that done for you as well. Everything for the traders that are signed up for the take a ride setup. All right, here we go. So the market's pushing. It looks like we're going to push below the low. Let's see. That's just a liquidity sweep. Now I want to monitor this low right here. And the reason why I want to monitor that low is because if price trades below that without a liquidity sweep, I'm going to sell. If it's not, we may actually push back up north again. We've got about 7 seconds left. And traders, this looks like a liquidity sweep right here. Now, what I'd like to get is a confirmation of that with a bullish candle. So instead of trying to trade this and buy right now, we're going to wait and see if this is going to, we're going to wait for a confirmation of that. Let's go take a look at the 1 minute time frame. See how the 1 minute time frame has been featuring. All right, so there was that buy trade right here. And I think we set on, let's take a look here. One and done. All right, there we go. Set it to one and done. One and done means, traders, that once you get in on a trade and you make your profit for the day, you're done. And then the system will not be looking for any more trades for you for that day. All right, so looking at the 2 minute here. This 2 minutes going to confirm it's going to continue. All right, so now that we see this as a continuation, we want price to close below, come back to retest here, and then that's where we're going to go ahead and sell. But if we have the market closing inside, we don't see this as a runner. Okay, we got 20 seconds left. Now, if you're trading a 150K account, your profit target is $9,000. Again, traders, you don't have to do this in just one trade. You can do this in multiple trades, but also you don't have to do it in one day. Although we've really proven and shown traders how to be able to do this in one day, you don't have to get it done in one day. And also keep in mind, all right, hold on, there's a trade opportunity here. Let's go ahead and look to sell. So I just want to see the market test. It just rebalances insufficiency here for a minute. All right, while I'm waiting, I want to go ahead and say this, all right? I want you to think about it this way, all right? If you have a live account, a real account, your own real account, and let's say you got $5,000, all right? Ask the question, how much are you willing to risk on a trade, all right, that you're comfortable with? All right, on one trade. If you're trading one trade, you got $5,000 in capital. What are you willing to risk? Your own money. How much money of your own money? So which means, where are you going to place your stop loss, and what is that value going to be? Is it going to be $200, $300, $500? All right. Maybe you said it's only $100. All right. Well, I want you to put this in perspective. This is where funded capital can be very useful, because to purchase $150,000 in capital, you're going to be paying $60. All right. That's your stop loss, if you can put it that way. So if you go ahead and open up a funded account and you're looking to pass your valuation in one day, and it takes you 3 times and you blow up your account 3 times, you're paying $60 every time you have to reset, or not reset, but purchase another funded account. So if you lose 3 times, are you a bad trader? No. It just means that your perspective that you're putting together, or at least the way you look at it, is, if the market stops me out and blows up the account, then I'm really just trading, all right, based on my risk parameters that I've set it to be. And that is that you're risking your drawdown for that day to be able to pass your valuation in one day. And if you lose on that day, which it can't be because you've got a daily drawdown, it'll take you 2 days to blow up your account. But if you do blow up your account in 2 days, then all you've risked is $60 on that account. You haven't risked $500 or $300 or $400, whatever that number may be. You've only risked $60. But if you pass your valuation in that day, now you have $150,000 in funded capital that you can earn from. So traders, this is what we teach traders, is that you don't need a lot of money to get involved in trading futures. absolutely not a case. And it gets you to understand the market. It gets you to be able to fund from earn from futures funded accounts, which is really, really good. All right, traders. Looks like, I mean, it's Friday. We don't normally trade on Friday. We're now at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is normally where we could see the market reversing a little bit here. So when we get to 10 o'clock, there's normally a little bit more additional volume. We've got really no news out today. So we're not getting major big moves out the market right now. But let's see at this 10 o'clock hour if we're getting any changes to the market. Let's take a look here. All right, let's wait. Looks like still not there yet. All right, this candle right here, this is worth taking a shot at it, especially here at 10 o'clock. So we've got about a minute and 30 seconds left. This might be a buy opportunity. So just chasing after a quick little rally here. And I want to get above this. Looks like, yeah, I want to get above that fair value gap here. So this absolutely is going to be an opportunity here to pick up a short buy. Again, scalping for what? For scalping for 75 ticks in the market. Put 150 pip stop loss on that. We've got about 54 seconds left before the candle closes out. You can see I've already got my buy set up right here. Now, once again, traders, just FYI, we've set the ATM model set to one and done. Here's our first trade of the day. We actually closed out with our 65 tick profit for the day. So we're done. All right, now we're just picking up some additional scalping opportunities here. So even this indecision right here, if I look at this candle, I can see here this candle's got it's 300 ticks. So we're trading in the middle of this candle right here. So there should be at least 75 ticks to either side here. And I'm going to try and pick the buy because of the support here. So let's go ahead and buy on this right here. And all we're going to do, traders, is look for that 75 ticks on this trade. Yeah. So it's not even taking out the high. It's trading with inside this candle range. And there it is. That was pretty quick. Hang on, not quite there yet. It's just about there. There we go. All right, there we out. All right, so you can see right here, traders. There we go. Picked up another $1,900 on that trade. And again, I'm trading it based off a $50,000 funded account. So this is how we trade a $50,000 funded account. Trade with 50 contracts, and you're scalping for 75 ticks in the market. Again, 4 times. If I do this 4 times, it's 300. Let's do the math. All right. If you're trading 50 contracts is how it's 50 cents per tick times 50 equals $25. I'm making $25, all right? $25 per tick. So if I'm looking at 300 times 25, that's 7,500. All right, so which means I'm going to be short about another $1,500. So I'd probably have to trade maybe 5 trades, knocking 75. So I'm probably looking at, let's see, 50 or 25, 1,500 divided by 25, 60. So I need about 360 ticks for the day to pass my evaluation. 360 ticks for the day. Okay, that's all I need. Now, traders, just an FYI, look at the range of just this 2-minute candle. Just that 2-minute candle is about almost 300 ticks. That's how much movement that you need. You don't need these big runners like we have right here. You just need 360 ticks for the trade. Now, if I picked up this trade right here and I actually sold up over here at the top, right there, the market moved 682 ticks. How many ticks do I need? I need 360. 360 is not a long move or a big move. All right, traders, now check this out. The market's resisting this fair value gap here. If we sell here, here is 262 ticks right here. Again, you don't need big runners. Now we've got about a minute and 18 seconds left. Let's see if the market's going to reject this. Remember, once again, traders, if you just joined us, our ATM model this morning has gone ahead and paid out our 65 ticks already. We have been scalping the market multiple times this morning, as you can see right here. And we are over, let's see here, 2,000, 4,000, 5. We got almost $5,500 already, or 5,000 and a quarter that's been generated. And we're looking at a 9,000 profit target for the morning. All right. We're trading based off a 150K funded account. So we're chasing after $9,000, and we're not trying to do it in one trade. We're trying to scalp 75 ticks at a time. And we are, okay, so we go. Here we go. Let's sell. Let's go ahead and sell right here. The reason why I'm selling is because of this fair value gap holding right here. I'm going to go ahead and wait for it to retest, and there's the sell. Now, I've got my stop a little higher here, just above this gap. You can see the stop loss is there. Now, let's see if this holds. And all I'm doing is chasing after that 75 ticks right here, not looking for major big runners. And the reason why, traders, if you look over here, take a look at the last 34 trades that we made. Out of the last 34 trades, our ATM model chasing after 65 ticks has won 28 times out of 6. 28 times out of, well, not out of 6, but out of 34. So only 6 losers, 28 winners. Traders, that's all you got to do. And there we go. Come on. We're almost there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right here on the left side, in case I want to make an early exit, because I don't want to see price trade. Oh, there it is. We're out. Okay. All right. So we closed out once again, traders. You can see here another $2,000 being profited. Again, we're over close to $7,500 in profit already, and the market hasn't really run in one direction. We've had a little bit of what I do notice here, traders, is notice how the market's creating a low, high, low, and we failed to break the high, so we're taking our buy side. There it is. There we have a sweep. Now the market's gone ahead and traded down low, and so any sort of retest, any resistance retest is going to drive price back down south again. So we've got about 13 seconds left. Let's see if this candle breaks above. If it breaks above this fair value gap, we're probably going to go north. Let's see what it does. And notice, I just took a 75 tick profit on that. Not trying to chase after hundreds and hundreds of ticks, right? Just a small, quick in and out. All right. Traders, I think you get the idea. Let's move on. And let's shift things around a little bit, and let's go take a look at some fire. All right. And before I do, traders, just check this out. All right, try to go ahead and just say a few words of our sponsor, ACAP and DNA Funded is our sponsor today. You can get 25% off your funded account if you're looking to get 25% off your Forex funded account with DNA Funded. Just use our coupon code, and it is TNC25. All right, TNC25, and you will get 25% off your funded account. Now, also a Forex broker. If you're looking for a Forex broker, check out ACAP. If you have an international trading account or can have an international trading account, we're going to give you 12 months free access to all our services. So you pay absolutely zero down, 12 months free access to our trading bots, access to our replicators, access to our indicators, access to our education, our live sessions, everything for 12 months. And all you have to do is open up a $10,000 trading account with ACAP, right? Use our link on our website. Go to our website, and below our website, you'll see here, below our website, you will see, let me just see, yep, there we go. You will see right here, there it is, ACAP, sign up, and if you use our link right here, once you've got your account funded, we'll grant you 12 months of free access to all our services, absolutely free. Now, traders, if you're looking to get funded, all right, with futures funded account, go ahead and use our coupon. And by the way, it's not this. Hold on. All right. If you go to, we use Apex. If you go to Apex, Apex is, let's take a look right here. Apex funded, let me see here. Where is my coupon code here? All right, I'm just going to tell you. If you go to Apex and use my coupon code FX Big Dog, you can get up to 85% off your futures funded account. All right. So if you're interested in that, make sure you go ahead and check that out. All right, but we do want to thank ACAP for sponsoring our session today. All right, traders, let's go ahead and take a look over here. And traders, if you have got any questions, make sure you go ahead and send us an email at support. It's down here below. support@TradersNetworkClub.com. All right. support@TradersNetworkClub.com. All right. And make sure you check out TradersNetworkClub.com. All right. We can see here we got another setup developing here. Wow. Another setup developing right here. All right, I'm going to move away from the futures right now, and let's take a look at the Forex for a minute here. Traders, let me introduce to you our Smart Entry AI bot. Now, for many of you that have been following us, especially my trade signals, some of you know it as the pub grabber. Some of you know it as something else, but we've had different names. But if you've been following our signals, the one thing that a lot of the traders have been excited about is the multi-entry points, to be able to profit so quickly, to be able to get in and out of trades and profit really quickly. And we've been doing that pretty solid. We also went ahead and we only traded 5 currency pairs, and we've now expanded past that level. But this is the deal, traders. The one part that when the trade starts going against us, our old strategy was to continually add into positions. We are now locked in with maximum of 10 entry points. We also only trade in the direction of the trend and the direction of the bias. And also, and this is a caveat right here, we do have a stop loss now been included, right? Which means if worst case scenario, the market goes in, breaks out. Let's say we have a fake out and we get caught up in that fake out. The market moves against us. We cut our losses. We get out of the trade. We cut our losses. All right. So let me go ahead and take an example of a trade that we have here. Now, here are multiple trades that are currently active, that we are currently active with. And if we take a look right here, we can see here that the Aussie New Zealand dollar has some long positions in, right? So let's take a look at our Aussie New Zealand dollar trade right here. And I want to show you. See here, this is where our trading stop loss is at. So if the market is going to move against us, right? If the market's going to move against us, we're going to cut our losses. So the question here is, what is going to be our loss? Well, each trade that we enter, and we enter a max of 10, we're risking 0.05% on each trade. Now, if you're following our trade replicator, you can manage your risk however you want. You can double that, you can triple that, you can even go ahead and trade exactly the same. So our total risk, if you take 10 10 entry points, some of you call them levels, some of you call them operations. But if you enter 10 entry points on one trade, the maximum exposure you'll have on that trade is going to be 0.5%. So 0.5% is your maximum drawdown. So traders, this is where things have really turned around. So now we have the luxury of having multiple entry points and be able to profit on a day-to-day basis, and you're picking up a lot of trades. In fact, I've given for the March Madness, we've given free trade signals to our Telegram channel. All right, the FX Big Dog Telegram channel, we've been giving out free signals with our Discord channel, our free Discord channel. We've been giving out free signals as well. And it's been for the month of March, and people have just been loving it. And that is going to come to an end by the end of this month. Again, traders, if you're interested in getting all of that, the signals, the replicators, the software, the trading bots, the indicators, the live sessions, check out the top right here, take a ride, and we'll give you access to everything for as little as $97. All right. Now, traders, check this out. All right. We're going to go to the Aussie. I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame. And I'm going to go to the Aussie New Zealand dollar right here. All right. And I'm actually going to go to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, this is what's important right here, traders. All right. What's important is that price is still trading inside this bearish range. Now, if I go to my system right here, take a look right here. Notice that the bias is bearish. Notice that the trend is bearish, all right? According to what my system is saying. Now, the question here is, you're saying, well, Big Dog, why are we holding on to this buy? Because the market has changed. The trend has changed. The bias has changed. Why am I still holding on to this trade? Well, the reason why I'm still holding on that trade, traders, is because, number one, worst case scenario, I'm risking 0.49%. You can see here, here's my estimate risk right here. I'm risking 0.49%. My current drawdown is 0.14%. All right. My max drawdown on this trade has gone down to 0.26%. So I've got a lot of information here telling me how this trade is working out. Now, when I look at this, I want to go to my lower time frame, or at least to my chart. And in our live sessions, we actually analyze this. We break it down. We explain exactly why we're holding on, why we're not just cutting the loss. Because when I look at this, traders, you see the bottom of the range here? See how the market's rejecting that level a lot? When the market does this, inevitably what is happening here is price is looking for a correction. In fact, let's use the right term. Smart money is looking to hunt for liquidity. So where is liquidity? Liquidity is sitting above this area. And here is supply. So what we're going to probably see is the market moving into this area sweeping liquidity here, and then moving into this inverted fair value gap, and then finding resistance and a lot more sellers coming back into the market. So we could be looking for a short rally in the Aussie New Zealand dollar towards that area. And that's where we're going to go ahead and start looking to close out that buy position. And then we're going to start thinking bearish. And why are we thinking bearish? Because the bias is bearish and the trend is bearish. So as long as the trend continues to stay bearish, we'll just be looking for sell signals in that bearish bias. And traders, this is how we stay on the right side of the trend, but also at the same time, if we're wrong, there's not a major blowout. You're not going to be losing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in your trade like previously, that a lot of traders that mismanaged their risk were losing, they were making good money, but then it takes one trade to go ahead and blow up the trading account. And that doesn't work out right. So our system is based on risk percentages. So now you know right up front exactly what you're risking, 8% on each position. And we take you through that and we walk you through that process in our onboarding. So for everyone that goes ahead and signs up for that Take a Ride, you will get a personal one-on-one to go through everything. Show you the indicators, show you the bots, show you the replicators, show you everything that you need to know so you are clear as to what you're going to be expecting. All right, traders. Now, if I go back to our trade signals, this trade signals right here, you can see that we've got also the US dollar JPY right here. So let's take a look at the US dollar JPY. Every other system is working out perfectly fine. But you can see here the US dollar JPY is currently down. Let's go take a look and see why. Okay, so you can see that we are flirting with the stop loss, but we are fixed with that stop. We're not going to risk more than that. Now, we're expecting price to move down. And why do we expect price to move down? Well, because as price moves up, it's generating liquidity, which is part of the reasons why price moves. It's generating this liquidity. And because it's generating, smart money is going to look to hunt for liquidity. So we're going to see a reversal back down to take out these lows. Now, at any time, if I'm not comfortable with the trade, look at my active P&L, 0.22%. That's it. That's the risk that I've got on the table here if I cut my losses right now. If I let it ride, look at my risk, 0.25%. That's it. Now, this is the bonus, right? The bonus here is, notice that my lot sizes are increasing, right? The reason why my lot size is increasing because we're using risk percentage, and it's all being calculated based where the stop is. So if the market goes higher, I'll add in higher lot sizes. So I don't really necessarily have to get to my break even in order to be in profit when we talk about pips. So if it goes to break even, I'm going to be earning a lot more money on this trade because I've gone ahead and increased my lot sizes. So when we do see profits on deep retracements, it's normally a big payout as well. So the more you're risking, the more you're going to gain as well. That's how the system is working right now. But let's take a look at the JPY right here. Let's break it down and let's see, do we really want to be in this trade? What's going on? So here's the daily time frame. And traders, the one thing I noticed here is that we took out this liquidity right here. Notice when we took out that liquidity, we had a big dive in the market right here. Price broke down south. And now price is breaking above this area right here. Now, even with that, take a look right here. When the market broke above this area, let's go ahead and mark it off right here. When we saw price breaking above this area right there, what happened? Right? We saw the market dive once again. And now it's going back up. Look over here. This is the reason why we're holding on, because see how the market's gone ahead and sort of like swept that liquidity right there? If this candle closes out like this, we have a high probability that price is going to dive back down south again. All right? Price could go ahead and turn around and head back down south to right here. So we're going to be monitoring this very carefully, because what we are paying attention to, and traders, I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible, In our live sessions, we get into a lot more technical details like fair value gaps, order blocks, breaker blocks, inversions. We look at insufficiency, that the market is rebalanced or equilibrium. We look at inducement levels, where the market's going to induce traders to buy or sell. All of that stuff gets spoken into the live session. So I'm keeping it very high level and simple and plain today. But I want to go ahead and say this. This buy-side sweep right here becomes a major opportunity for us. If we go to the 30-minute time frame, all right, we look at this right here, and we see, okay, on the 30-minute time frame, if the market closes out with that daily candle, then check this out. On the 30-minute time frame, we have gone ahead and broken above. So we've seen a breakout right here. There's that breakout of that buy-side liquidity. And when we see the breakout right here, I also noticed that we've got a fair value gap. Now, here's a fair value gap sitting over here that's currently being respected. You see here. And because that fair value gap is being respected, all right, and this is on a 30-minute time frame, that means, traders, that if we see an inversion below this, then that means that price is probably going to be chasing after the support down here. All right. So we can see if the market takes out that support and we see a displacement move below that area, then we're most likely going to see what we call a change of character, which means price is starting to reverse. And if that happens, there's a high probability that we're going to continue to move down south, and we'll take a look at the larger time frames to confirm that as we move along. All right. Now, traders, I did promise you that we're going to have a giveaway sponsored by DNA Funded. Again, if you want to go ahead and get a a funded account with DNA, use our code. Our code is TNC 25. All right, and you will get 25% discount off that funded capital. Now, here's the takedown. I'm going to go ahead and give you some numbers here. This is going to be a 25,000 one phase funded account. So let's go ahead and pop it down here. So here's phase 1, 25K, which is this one right here. We're giving you this. So this is what you need to do, traders, to get this funded account. And we did it last week, and I thank you to Nelson for sending me an email, letting me know that he won the 25K funded account, because we want to make sure that that people are getting it. So this is what I'm asking for you. I'm going to give you out a code. This is what you need to do to get this and be prepared for it, right? Because it's only one person is going to be able to access this code. Now, when you get the code and you submit it and you get your funded account, I want you to go ahead and send me a screenshot and a confirmation that you won this funded account. All right. So this is what you do. Go to dnafunded.com. In fact, here is the website right here. So you can go straight to our website. So go to our website here. And I'm going to post this inside the channel right here so that everyone can get access to it. I'm going to go ahead and put it in our ticker down below. All right, there it is there. So let's see if you see the tickers. All right, there it is. There's the ticker down below. All right, and then what I want you to do is use our code. All right, and I'm going to post the code in a minute. All right, so there it is. Go ahead and click on that link there, trade.dnafunded.com/traders/network-club. All right, and you're going to get to this point right here. Now, when you click on Get Funded, all right, if you click Funded, you're going to look for this area right here. All right, where you're going to pick your challenge. Now, it's a one phase. So click on the one phase and go ahead and click onto the 179 right here. When you do that, traders, all right, it's going to open up this box right here. Let's see if I can do it. Give me 1 second here. For some reason, it's not. Oh, there it is. All right. It's going to open up this. Now, traders, you don't have to put your credit card in, right? So no credit card. All you got to do is go to the coupon code right here. And I want you to go ahead and put in this code. All right. Are you guys ready? All right. Remember, whoever submits this first will get this funded account. So are you ready? I'm going to go ahead and type it up in here very slowly. All right. It's going to be TNC. All right. But do it capital. I think it's capitals actually. TNC. All right. TNC. And then underscore. Everyone knows what an underscore is, right? All right. Next letter is going to be S. J. A. N. Z. X. M. All right. Last letter coming up next. All right. Just want to make sure everyone's got this so far. So it is TNC underscore S J A N Z X M. And the final letter is going to be F. There it is. Now, if you go ahead and apply the coupon, you will see here that it will remove the cost. You got zero cost right here. And all you got to do is go ahead and confirm and place the order and make sure you've got all your details filled out here, traders. And when you got all your details filled out here and you go ahead and submit this, I want to know who won that. Who won that? Make sure, traders, that you go ahead and send me an email. Let me know if you were the winner in today's show. Let me know if you're the winner in today's show. All right. And traders, next time I'm just going to go ahead and post the code here in the room. But let me know if you guys are winning. Traders, I hope you guys had a fantastic time. Hope you guys learned something today. And we'll get back into some live trading next week. Traders, we're going to do this every week, every Friday. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, share, let everyone know. And every week, we're going to be doing some live trading, but at the same time, we're going to be sharing out we're going to give away some funded accounts to our viewers. All right. So with that being said, traders, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see everyone next time.